here's why your weekends are ruining your progress. The simple reality is that your body tracks every single calorie that you consume, even if you don't. Unlike your job, there are no days off. You don't get holidays, you don't get sick leave, and you also don't get weekends. Whether you track your food or not, your body tracks every single calorie you consume, always. Over time, if you end up consuming more calories than you burn, you'll gain weight. If you consume less calories than you burn, you'll lose weight. If you want to lose weight, you need to ensure that you aren't eating more calories than what you burn throughout the week. Which means if you're spending your weekends, which is 2 out of every 7 days, not sticking to your diet, not tracking your calories or going out of your way to eat and drink as much as you can, that's a big chunk of your week that you don't have any control over. Now, that lack of control could even be bad enough to completely undo the 5 days that you stuck to your diet perfectly throughout the week. The first time I ever dieted, I really struggled with eating on the weekends. I'd be super strict during the week, and on the weekends, I'd lose the plot. The thought I had over and over again was that I'd just get back on track on Monday. But because Monday was still some time away, I felt like I needed to take advantage of the fact that I was clearly no longer dieting on that weekend. If the diet starts again Monday, then I better enjoy myself as much as possible in the meantime, right? But the danger with the idea that you'll start your diet again on Monday is that there is genuinely no limit to the amount of damage that you can do to your fat loss efforts on a weekend. It might feel like 1 meal off plan or 5 meals off plan over a weekend is the same thing because whatever, you're off plan, so but your body still tracks every single calorie that you consume. 1 meal off plan could be just that, maybe a few hundred calories more than you intended. But a whole weekend off plan, because you decided that there was just no point after that one slip up, could mean you have several meals where you go a few hundred calories more than you intended and ultimately end up eating several thousand calories more than you originally intended. This could be the difference between not losing any weight and actually gaining a large amount of weight in a single week. Dieting is not a meal by meal or day by day thing. It's calories in versus calories out over time. If you keep undoing all of your hard work, you're probably never going to see any of that hard work staring back at you in the mirror. An all or nothing mindset is going to keep you where you are for a much longer time than you need to actually be there. If you got a flat tire when you were driving in your car, would you get out and slash the other 3? Of course you wouldn't. That would be ridiculous. But the reality is that's exactly what you're doing when you end up falling off your plan and choosing not to go back on track until the weekend is over. You're acknowledging that you made a mistake and then making more mistakes, which means you're making the problem way worse than it ever was to begin with. What happens on one day doesn't matter in comparison to what happens on the other 364 days of the year. And getting back on your diet really isn't any more difficult to do on a Sunday than it is on a Monday. You're always in control of what you do next. So try and think of your calories like a budget, just like your bank account, and you'll start to move away from this self-sabotaging loop. You can choose to stop throwing away or even spending money after a really big purchase, just like you can choose to put a single bad meal choice behind you, wake up and drink plenty of water, go for a walk, hit the gym and eat nutritious food the day after screwing up your diet. The good thing is this isn't chess or soccer or basketball. There's no winners and you're not a loser just because you messed up one night. It's just a mathematical equation that never ends, and you can always choose to flip the switch back in your favor. If you need help with better understanding how many calories you should be eating to lose weight or to build muscle, simply comment SHRED below. Once you do, I'll send you a copy of my book, The SHRED Method, which will help you calculate your calories and your macros and help you lose 5 to 15 pounds in the next 30 days.